Aussies on the east coast of New South Wales are bracing for a sweltering day today, with Western Sydney and areas on the south coast expected to reach temperatures of up to 40 degrees. There are also warnings of potentially severe thunderstorms in New South Wales, Victoria and Tasmania. For more, let's cross live to 7 News meteorologist Tony Auden in Brisbane. Good morning. We already saw some blackouts in New South Wales due to yesterday's heat. What does today have in store?
Good morning, Nat. Well, of course, we have a lot of hot and humid air right across northern and eastern Australia, but the place that will feel it the most today is definitely around Sydney and especially western parts of Sydney. What we get is this little dome of hot air trapped between the ranges and the coast on days like this. Today, an official forecast top of 34 degrees in the CBD, but out west, that number jumps around 39. I wouldn't be surprised if a couple of those weather stations in the area nudge over 40 degrees. Yesterday, Penrith reached 39.7. Of course, that heat and humidity combined day and night for a few days is leading up to a severe heatwave classification for large parts of the New South Wales ranges and coast. And it's when it gets to this level that I recommend you actually plan to keep cool where you can, keep the fluids up, of course keep the fan on and the air conditioning on if you can. Of course, those power blackouts do throw a bit of a spanner in the works, but hopefully it can all be smooth running today. Nat?
It feels very hot for this time of year, is it?
Short answer, yes, but it is a time of year where we start to get these bursts of hot air. Having said that, summer is on our doorstep rather, and we are expecting probably the worst of the heat and humidity to really build over the next few months as the ocean temperatures warm up around us as well.
Okay, when will we see some relief?
For Sydney, good news. It'll be pretty swift, that relief. We drop from the high 30s today into the low 30s tomorrow as some cloud and precipitation starts to return. Combine that with a cooler wind change and back into the 20s from Friday. But we start to see especially western parts of Sydney being back up into the 30s from Sunday into next week. That's as a huge dome of hot air starts building over central Australia, about 45 degrees out through central Australia. If that air mass starts to push towards the capitals, then I think we could see a few more hot days around the capitals generally into the second half of next week.
Okay, looking beautiful there in Brisbane. Thank you, Tony.